Okay folks, we're now out here at the range with the 1522 to put it through its paces a little bit. As I mentioned when I was doing my review, I've recently changed the trigger in this. It now has a Rock River Arms trigger, one of the match triggers, the same as in my service rifle that I shoot in high power competitions, and the same as in my AR precision rifle. So now I've got that exact same trigger in this rifle that I can use for practice and plinking, and I have the same trigger pull across the board. Just to keep myself that much more acquainted with that particular trigger system. What I'm going to do in a couple of minutes is just start to run some ammo through here. I have test fired it since I traded out the trigger, but I haven't done any extensive shooting with it yet. So this is going to be the chance to put it through its paces a little bit, see how it's going to hold up to a little bit more fast and furious shooting. When I get done with that, I'll probably do a little bit of accuracy testing, just to give you an idea of what the accuracy potential of this little rifle is. The ammunition I'm using out here is not the most expensive 22 ammunition you can find anywhere. I'm using Blazer bulk pack ammo, so this will give you a chance to see what the rifle will do with the kind of stuff that you would buy at one of the big box stores or one of the lesser expensive bulk ammos that you can get at your local gun shop. One of the things that I want to point out though is something that I learned early on with the 1522. As I mentioned, I was having a lot of malfunctions when I very first purchased this, before I sent it back to Smith & Wesson. One of the reasons, and one of the things you see in the manual, is Smith & Wesson recommends that when you load this, the cartridges are staggered. If you use the buttons on the side to pull down the magazine follower and drop the ammunition in like you typically do with the 22, it's more difficult to get the ammunition to go in properly than if you just load it in the magazine just like you were loading a standard AR-15. Don't pull down on the sides, just push the cartridge one on top of the other. If you do it that way, it will load perfectly and you will get that proper stagger in your ammunition so it doesn't cause you functioning problems. Might take just a little bit longer to load your magazines than if you pull down on the buttons on the side and pull down the follower, but you don't have to worry about functioning problems that way. And if you can see that, the ammunition is staggered properly in the magazine that I've just loaded. Okay folks, we've got 25 rounds in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. It's time to have some fun. Okay, and there's the results of that first magazine through. Just pretty much as fast as I could pick up the sights and squeeze off the shots. You can see the combat accuracy of this, for what good combat accuracy is in a 22, is pretty good. But again, my philosophy on this is that I use it as a trainer, and in that capacity it works very, very well. Okay folks, that's 3 full magazines through the rifle without a malfunction of any kind. Okay, and there you have it. After about 75 rounds, everything's easily staying inside the target. Pulled one shot a little high in the head. Otherwise, everything looks good. Last thing I want to do here is just a little bit of accuracy testing before we leave. I'm going to set up a target at 50 yards and we'll see how good a group we can hold with the 1522 and the standard military style sights. Hey folks, for the accuracy testing portion of my video, I'm just going to simply fire a 10-shot group at 50 yards into a standard bullseye target. When I get done, we'll walk down there and take a look at the group. As you can see, I've gone all out for my rest here. Actually, this is just a standard pack. I'm just going to be resting it on here. And we're going to see what our 10-shot group looks like when we get done. Okay, that's 10 shots. Let's go down and take a look at the target. 50 yards, 10 shots with military sights. Not too bad. Looks like I could have probably brought the rear sight down about 1 click. Managed to pull 1 shot high out of the black. That's not going to win any bench rest competitions, but for a military style carbine intended for training purposes, I think it's outstanding. Looks to be about maybe a 2-inch group that most of them are in. Might be a little bit bigger than that when you get all the way up to this one up here. But again, for what I use this for, I'm happy. And this is, again, military style metallic sights, no scope or anything else. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Otherwise, see you next time, and good shooting. Bye-bye.